Hey, what's going on? This is Xenocide38 here with a Dark Souls 2 beta impressions video. Now, I'm a huge fan of the Souls series. I bought a PS3 for Demon Souls, and when Dark Souls came out, I played the crap out of that game, so I'm super excited for Dark Souls 2, and I'm glad I finally got to get on this beta test. So here's me just loading up the game. Looks pretty normal, same logo. Going through kind of some of the settings, adjusting gamma, all that usual game stuff. Now, there are some options that are grayed out or question marked on the beta. I have no idea what those are going to be for the actual game, but definitely intriguing that they're not available currently. And here's your select a character screen. Now, I'm not sure if FromSoft is actually given a description of how you're going to pick your character, if you're going to actually choose the loadout or just could do it kind of like that. But I chose a sorcerer just because why not? Let's use some magic. So here's the game loaded up right from the get-go. Looks pretty much the same, few little differences, but the first thing that struck me right off the bat was the frame rate. It is so much more fluid than Dark Souls. You know, Dark Souls has definitely had its moments of chugging and Blighttown and the like, and Dark Souls 2 is a lot more fluid, and it feels a lot quicker and a lot faster. First thing off the bat, I tried summoning some guys. It was not working for me, so I'm not really sure how good of a beta they got going since I can't actually play with anybody, but I tried nevertheless. So here's me checking out the bonfire, just getting a bearing and getting kind of a feel for my surroundings, lighting the bonfire. Not sure why I had to light it, thought it would be lit, but why not? Let's do that. So I'm checking out the fog gate, looking around. This game is a lot darker than Dark Souls, just visually. It's harder to see. I think they're going to do a lot with the lighting. They got a lot of cool dynamic lighting going on. I see this kind of merchant person here, so I'll check them out. Now, one thing that was really cool about talking to this woman, you'll see in a second, she mentions something about giants, which is really interesting considering the Land of the Giants in Demon Souls, the original game, was kind of an area that you couldn't really get to. It was just for, there's some theories about, when you drop down under the Nexus, that's where you get taken. But yeah, the Land of the Giants was the broken archstone.
Long, long ago, when the giants crossed the sea.
So that's pretty interesting to see maybe if this game's going to connect Demon Souls to Dark Souls at all. But we'll just have to wait and find out. So let's get to some actual gameplay. I run up, see, checking my kind of inventory. Oh, there's a little cave, probably an enemy around the corner. Kind of hold back, see if I can pull him out. Yep, sure enough, there he is. Now, this is my first time doing combat in Dark Souls 2, and it was interesting. It's definitely different than Dark Souls. Everything feels, like I said, quicker, faster, a little bit more fluid. The animations are more fluid. The game running at 60 frames makes a difference. It feels a little bit different. Went for a backstab. That worked like expected. It feels similar, but different enough that it's kind of a new learning curve to get used to. Still kind of looking around, wondering where I should go. Here I cut ahead a little bit. Soul signs all over. None of them worked. But yeah, look, attack right out of the dark. I have no idea what's going on. Guy kind of scared me a little bit, but try and use some magic on him. Yeah, it did okay. I found playing as the sorcerer wasn't as rewarding as I thought it might be. You get a secondary kind of little dagger weapon that I felt like was not doing a good job. It just was kind of took a while to kind of hack their way at some of these guys, and I died a lot. I have obviously shortened this down for YouTube, but I died a lot. And I'm not amazing at Dark Souls, but I've played quite a bit, and this was definitely different. Again, trying to summon. Here I am going through my inventory, sped it up for you guys. Just checking kind of the descriptions of some items, seeing if there's a difference between the different soapstones. There's now a large and a small white soapstone for summoning. Not sure the purpose for each one, but I guess we'll find out. And I run back in. It's pitch black, can't see a thing, and oh, there I died. Wonderful. Good old Souls. Back at the bonfire, and here's another run. This time I decided to see if I could find kind of like a hidden path, and sure enough, there was a little area right past that first enemy where it looked like I could drop off. So I was like, oh, we'll go for it. It's just a beta, why not? And yep, there's a little landing, and you fall down even further. Now, this isn't the first time I went down there. This is many, many times later. I died a lot down here. These guys kind of just storm you. You can't really see what's going on. It's almost pitch black. Swinging away, trying to hit them with my little dagger. I feel pretty pathetic. I decide, hey, maybe I'm going to try using some magic. I do this soul shower, and that worked all right. And, I hit quite a few of them, but I was hoping it would just take them all out. That actually worked pretty well, but you only get 4 castings of it, so I was trying to use it minimally if I could, but I wanted to clear all these guys because there's actually a treasure chest right down here that I was curious to see what was inside. Getting my souls back. And so here's this chest, and I found that if the chest got attacked, it kind of exploded with a green mist that seemed to poison me and the enemies as well. And so that was another hazard that wasn't familiar in the Souls series. Now, one thing I should say is that this beta was from 12 p.m. to 3 a.m. That is an ungodly hour, and no one wants to be awake then. I wanted sleep, so I only played for about 45 minutes. But right before I decided to go to bed, I noticed that I could toggle at this bonfire. And there's Light the Torch, which I was like, oh, hey, let's try that out. And sure enough, I light the torch. Look at those nice lighting effects. How wonderful. So now I'm going to go do one more run and just see kind of the difference it makes being able to see versus fighting in the dark. I also noticed there were some enemies just kind of sitting and chilling that actually didn't even stand out the first couple times. I ran right past them and then found, oh, hey, there's some easy souls when I take them out. So here's the first guy. A lot easier to see. You can see the enemy coming a lot better, but now there's no shield in your left hand, so you're more exposed. You can block with the torch, and it does absorb some of the damage, but it's not all of it. So it's just a different way to play. It was nice being able to see, and the lighting looks beautiful. Dark Souls 2 is a much better looking game than Dark Souls, and I was actually glad to see that. Now I decide, hey, what's going to happen if I put my torch away? Will it go out? Yep, it does. So now I got to run back all the way to the bonfire to light it again. That's unfortunate, but hey, it makes sense. So here I am running all the way back to light that torch again. What will be interesting to see is all the different, fire points throughout the game, whether it's a torch on the wall or other bonfires. Being able to light your torch adds an element of strategy that wasn't in the original Dark Souls. So here I am. You can see a lot more in this kind of room, this chamber. You don't have to worry about falling off. You can see it. Everything just looks fantastic. The lighting effects are really nice. Here I'm attacking another one of those enemies that's just kind of sitting there. They do become hostile once you attack them, but you can just ignore them and run right past them. Now, outside, the torch obviously isn't helping me as much, so I'm debating as I come up to this next room, do I want to switch to my shield to block? Do I want to have the torch so I can see in this room? Now, I know there's a guy behind this corner, so I'm kind of thinking I probably don't need the torch, but hey, let's just try it anyway. Now, here I am waiting, just trying to get him outside because I don't want to fight in there. There's that archer in there, and I don't want to. So we're using the magic spell on him. Works well. The only thing I don't like about magic, I found that it was kind of difficult for me to use, but it just was slow. It seemed like every spell I had felt like it took too long, and the enemies are so much faster and so much more aggressive. That was actually really difficult. Overall, I'd say Dark Souls 2 is shaping up really nice, looks a lot better, runs a lot smoother and cleaner, feels quicker, but that might be a good thing, might be a bad thing. It just will take more time to get used to. But yeah, we'll find out come March. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe. I really appreciate it since I'm just starting this whole thing out, so any comments, any feedback is much appreciated, and hopefully I'll have some more great content for you guys.